Here we are going to discuss about group data. So group data, they are data that you have many different numbers that appeared many times, but on group data with frequency, you have few different numbers, but they appeared many different times. That is what we mean by ungroup data with frequency. Let me say you can have 5 or 6 different numbers, but they appeared many times, up to 40 times or 30 times thereabout. Then you now have them as ungroup data with frequency. But when you have many different numbers that can be above 20, and that is when they now say from here to here. For instance, when you have 10 to 19, for instance, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, thereabout. Sometimes maybe 11 to 20, 21 to 21 to 30, and so on and so forth. Sometimes they may say 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24. These are examples of group data, which you have them just like this. You can have this kind table. So this one is table. Sometimes it can be in raw data, scattered data, which can now transfer into the tabular form. In our next class, we're going to discuss about that raw data issue. But this one now, let's assume that we have a length. Let's assume we have length of wood in a shop. You have a number of wood. Let's assume that we have different lengths of wood in a particular shop that appeared many different times. In that case, they will now give you something like 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59. Sometimes it can pass 60 to 69, thereabouts. Then the frequency, let's assume that length of wood that fall between 10 and 19, let's assume that they counted them to be 20. And length of wood from 20 to 29, you have then something like 15. The length of wood from 30 to 39, you have them, let's assume that they are 10. Those that have the length from 40 meters to 49 meters, let's assume that they are 13. Those that fall from 50 meters to 59 meters, you have them to be 8. And this one, let's assume that they are something like 11. So this is an example of group data. So in this case, the formula of this and the one we discussed before, formula of this for calculating arithmetic mean. For instance, this is mark, frequency, like the one I gave before. Let's assume we have this one now. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Then the frequency, if I will have something like 12, that is the number of students or number of people that have, number of students that score 20%. There are 12. Assuming we have 8 students scoring 25%, and we have 10 students scoring 30%, and we have 7 students scoring 35%, while 13 students scored 40%. As we discussed before, this one is an example of ungroup data with frequency, but this is purely an example of group data. The formula for calculating arithmetic mean of this and this, they are the same, but the preparation of table of this and this, they are not the same. They have little difference. Okay, in our next discussion, we are now going to have how we make the tables. Thank you.